Hey Eurovision party people, welcome to Eurovision is My Religion, where we chat, laugh and cringe at the Eurovision Song Contest. It's chill, it's funny, and it's the Eurovision hangout you didn't know you needed. Join us as we dissect yesterday's London Eurovision Pre-Party show. I'm your host, Simone, and with me I have yesterday's social media reporter, Katrina.
Reporting from our London studio.
Yesterday's regular media spokesperson, Gerda.
Regular media spokesperson.
BBC.
Oh, yes, I got interviewed. We got interviewed by the BBC, so watch out for that.
Perfect. And yesterday's other Lithuanians magnet, August.
Yes, we did meet those people and we're very proud of Sylvester together.
Oh,
We
very
should
nice.
probably welcome all of our new listeners as well. All of the fans that
Yes.
got to meet us.
Shout out to the two ladies supporting Netherlands
Yep.
and one Lithuanian.
Yes, with the boyfriend who wasn't Lithuanian.
Shout out to you all. Thanks.
And all the new social media followers that discovered us through the social media and the stories that we were relentlessly making yesterday.
Yeah. So as you guessed, and I told you just now, we've just been to your London Eurovision Pre-Party. It's been a very long but extremely entertaining show. We are recording literally the next day, so we are a bit tired, should we say? Because we partied.
Yeah, the decision to organize it on a Sunday, on a school night, and to have it run until when? 1 a.m.?
1 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice.
I mean, I don't think they made that choice. It's just they kind of planned it really late.
Because it started more than an hour late as well, right?
Yeah.
So aside from long queuing, starting a bit late, it was a fascinating show, which we want to talk all about it with you all guys. I have a couple of, open questions to you all guys to just get the vibe going. And I wanted to start with, what do you think was the most memorable performance for you all out of this show?
So I don't know if you have that category coming up next, but the one that surprised me the most, the one that I didn't expect to like as much was France. I think when kind of, especially when he was closing the song and his style, the way he looked on the stage and the way he sang, it just was really powerful. And I was previously a hater. I didn't like the French ballad. I thought it was too typical. But somehow when you listen to it live, it was really powerful. And I just forgot how over the top French the ballad is. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, he did that thing where he stood 1 meter away from the microphone on purpose and just projected his voice at the audience. And you still heard this giant voice booming out. And it was quite impressive, that moment, maybe.
Yeah, apparently this is his way of singing. I saw people commenting about the fact that he tends to stand far away from his mic and show off how powerful his voice is. But it's cool, it's very noticeable.
Yeah.
And it's something
It is
people
powerful.
then get impressed.
But it's kind of the thing that you only notice if you're there live.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it will be as powerful when you watch it on TV.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's a really great technique, but just not for this competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get like a little bit of shivers when he was singing like that. And I agree with Gerda. I really like the fact that he changed his clothing, so it's not sort of a rip-off of last year's mirrored thing. And yeah, I think the white suited him better and made him stand out a bit more.
Yeah, speaking of shivers, I liked Mustii. unexpectedly
Yes.
too. Because I'm not the biggest fan of the song, but I liked Mustii because he was singing with a lot of fire in those last parts of the song when he was repeating before the party's over. I imagined him singing about his life ending and him having the time of his life, exploding on stage, giving it his all that night. His soul is on fire before the party is over, and he really projected. I was just blown away by the performance itself. And I haven't seen too many performers that alive before. It gave me a feeling of maybe what somebody like Freddie Mercury would have felt.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's a big
haven't seen
compliment.
Freddie to compare, but
Yeah.
that's how I felt. I felt a bit like astonished.
He is, I loved him as well. I expected to love him because I really like Mustii. I love the song, but I was still very impressed. He's such a great performer, so much energy. And he didn't seem to be out of breath despite all of that moving around the stage.
Yeah, he was like jumping around and stuff like that.
So much energy, so much power. Completely agree with you, August. Really, really enjoyed that. But I wasn't as surprised because I expected him to do well and expected him to perform very well. What surprised me in a positive way was probably Georgia. I'm not saying she's going to make it to my top 10 now, but this was the first time we saw her live, right? And she's a queen. She smashed it.
She slayed.
She slayed. The way she moves, the way she sings, fire.
Yeah, you could, I guess, without knowing her like history and career, you could expect like a girly pop being like maybe, I don't know, a suboptimal singer, but she had like such powerful vocals. Like, and she was like dancing and she was not running out of breath. And she just kind of looked really powerful on stage. So I think she's definitely rising in my top. Not sure about top 10, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
What about you, Simona? Who did you like best?
I have my notes because I was preparing for the event. So against Georgia, I have only one sentence. Bloody can sing. I had to write quickly as well. So I was quite impressed with that as well. I was surprised because, in a way, pleasantly surprised that the crowd seemed to resonate with Moldova's song. Her voice was okay as well, and the crowd was really singing along and sort of, really into it. Given how not well it's doing in the odds, that was just like, oh, well, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, good for her. So it was,
Yeah, again, she kind of sounded very confidently with her vocals, and I guess maybe the song is quite easy to sing along to. I don't know. There's like the clapping kind of motion.
It's engaging.
It's engaging. Maybe
and I
that's
think
why.
Eurovision fandom is generally quite welcoming and tries to support everyone, right? To an extent, at least.
Well, not after midnight.
Not after midnight on a school night.
But
yeah. And I think Luxembourg, the artist seemed very charismatic.
Mm.
Owning the stage, dancing, walking, really, really good voice as well. So I was pleasantly surprised how engaged I was with her performance. Before that, I kind of written off in a way.
Yeah.
But after seeing this, I would consider that it could qualify.
Okay.
Okay.
I have one more, and the Changing Odds also supports this. Island.
Yes or no?
No, she started rising in the
Yes!
odds.
She
She's
did?
now, she's
Her
now.
performance was great. I didn't want to say anything because well, you kind of knew that I liked it.
Yeah, you liked her already. I didn't quite like her, but she is a great performer as well. And I think she really improved since that Irish final as well. She was extremely charismatic and great performer on the stage as well. And now she is expected to qualify to the final. She
Yay!
moved up a few spots.
If you liked Bambie's performance, you should watch. There's like a full recording of her performance in Madrid, and the producers really played with the effects to create this like witchy kind of, I don't know, powerful kind of visual as well. So I think that adds a lot. I guess we didn't really actually see it in London because we were there live. I don't know if you heard, guys, we were there live. But yeah, that's also really a really good kind of example of her performances. And I think if they can replicate something like that in Eurovision, which I'm sure they're planning to do something, I think that could be very, very strong performance.
Yeah, she was very charismatic.
Yeah.
I think with those types of eccentric looks, you can also come across as a bit pretentious, but she didn't come across pretentious at all. I think the cool thing about Bambie is that she seems authentic in the weirdness. She owns it fully, and there's no fake about it. She's coming out with destructive, powerful energy and smashed it with complete confidence, even with the weird
Dress.
outfit. And she kind of, it all seems to still make sense despite the weird. It doesn't come across as fake at all.
Have you been following her outfits throughout all these Eurovision parties?
No, but I need to, I feel like.
Yeah, you should check them out. She is very creative. She would, every time she is in a press conference performing, she wears something crazy. There is one of her outfits, I think, is basically a condom saying French kiss. And then there were a few others that I don't even know what they are. Yesterday, she looked like what? Some sort of spider?
She looked a bit spidery,
Yeah, like check her outfits out. She's very creative.
So I really liked, I think we kind of talked about it when we were there, but I really liked her other song that she was performing. So as part of trying to find that song, I went on her socials and I saw this funny clip from yesterday where she was trying to bewitch Sylvester, saying like, please make your country vote for me, like in this kind of witchy way. And I just found that
Sylvester
hilarious.
doesn't have to do that at Ireland.
Yeah. Another surprise for me, I know I already said one, but just in terms of what she brought to the pre-party was Malta. I think a lot of the participants were kind of bringing just a song, not a lot of staging, not a lot of kind of movement to the pre-party, but she just kind of delivered the whole choreography, she delivered the whole performance. I think the audience just loved her. I think the way that she started with Raining Man, like obviously like just hyped everyone up. Then she moved to her song, and I think it's another kind of improver in my eyes because
no, agree. And she brought 2 dancers, right?
Yeah.
Which other performances didn't do.
Remember what they did in the beginning?
The 2 dancers?
Yeah, they raised her up as a in a lying position, and everybody went crazy. Oh!
Yeah. But she wants to make it quite an iconic part of her performance where they do the
flip,
the 360. Yeah.
Yeah, and she could even though she was dancing so much, she could sing all right. Like it wasn't Yeah, she wasn't out of breath, or at least didn't feel like she wasn't. So that was really good. I was also impressed in that respect. I didn't like her outfit.
I think she just kind of took on those kind of bodysuits as her personality, because I also saw her wearing another bodysuit.
Bodysuit as a personality, right?
I think she wore it in Madrid as well, but like a different one.
Oh,
She
no.
obviously qualified with that Mugler catsuit, and now she brought another one to London, and I think that's just her style now.
You know, Gerda, are you the red, yellow, blue, or green personality, or are you the bodysuit?
I'm a blue, clearly.
We started with a really, really exciting note, giving loads of compliments. But I would like to hear, were there any letdowns?
I thought Conchita was boring. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that Conchita came on, maybe the tempo, the slow pace of the songs. Everybody was tired by that point, and it was a hot venue and
it
not
was too
poorly
late.
ventilated, very late, dragging on, many breaks. And then Conchita took her time with singing super slow down versions of all three songs. So it felt like just dragging on.
What time was it? Around midnight, right? Yeah, it's not a time when you want to hear an acoustic version of Rise of a Phoenix. Like you need to keep the energy up.
Yeah, everybody was bending over, almost sleeping, I think.
Yeah, I felt sorry for all people who kind of performed towards the end, especially Ollie, who, kind of was sold as this headliner act. But I think, at that point you had to kind of keep the energy levels up, and Conchita obviously prepared the show for a different kind of setup.
Maybe she didn't know where in the lineup she will be.
I think she probably didn't expect to be delayed by 2 hours. I think nobody was, so that's the problem, I think, with the whole.
Because I liked her, the singing was really good, really obviously charismatic on stage. But I was in the same boat. We were just quite tired at this point, and she got 3 songs, and all of them were slow, and we were like, "Oh God."
Yeah.
So it wasn't that bad performance, but not the right time.
Yeah.
I think what I did appreciate about Conchita was that I thought that she sang all of her songs live without relying on any back vocals, because with the Eurovision songs live, you hear a lot of them, like the artists are not even singing, but there's kind of this melody with the voice, like with the vocals in the background. So they can like rely on the back vocals so much, but Conchita was just doing everything live. And it was kind of refreshing. You listen to it and you're like, oh, you're actually like kind of doing it properly here.
Yeah. I think on that note, my letdown was Austria. I didn't hear her sing much. It felt like she wasn't singing much herself. I think something happened with her bra as well, as she was holding on to it. So that's a bit of a pity.
No, I felt so sorry for her.
Yeah. So the performance just didn't deliver neither the dancing because of a bra thing, neither the singing because of her voice or something else. I don't know why the singing is not there.
Yeah.
So I felt like it wasn't. Yeah, it was a letdown to listen to that. It had more potential.
Exactly. I felt so sorry for poor Colleen, because her bra ties were completely undone, and she had to basically hold her bra too fast of the performance. So she was also able to dance with one arm, one hand at a time. It was quite limiting.
Yeah.
And I saw on her social media, she reposted all of the fan videos, including ours. And she commented of some of the hiccups that happened during her performance. So one of the comments was like, I can't wait for like the next party where I can use both of my arms. On our video, she said, and this is something I didn't notice during the performance, but the right half of the LED screen on the stage was off.
There were a few performances. I'm not sure if it was the same one, but I saw that it was off, then it reappeared again, and there were a few glitches like that. Yeah. So she had a few hiccups. And maybe that impacted the vocals as well. So maybe she'll rise like a phoenix.
Yeah, I feel sorry for her. And the other one, also a letdown, but now I feel sorry for this performer. It's Ollie.
Yeah.
Yesterday I thought, what is going on with him? Like, no energy. He just looked so broken. And today on social media, I saw a lot of people were basically saying the same thing. He was basically not himself. And a lot of people are generally concerned about his well-being and his mental health.
Okay.
Because he's not looking himself. He's looking broken pretty much. And of course, his performance was delayed by almost 2 hours yesterday. He was probably very tired. Had to perform and headline in front of a audience that was already diminishing because people had to catch trains back home and so on and so forth. But on top of that, what I didn't realize, I guess we got a snippet of that yesterday when we encountered some of the protesters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are asking him to withdraw from participating in Eurovision. But apparently this is not a one-off thing. He is consistently getting a lot of pressure on social media. He's facing, that's why it's one of the reasons why he's not as active as he was previously. He's getting so much pressure, so many nasty comments to withdraw from Eurovision, like no other performer this year. And that's really must be taking some mental toll on poor Ollie. So I found the performance disappointing, but I also feel sorry for him, and I understand why he might not have been in the best of spirits.
Yeah, I think I saw the protests for kind of to encourage him to withdraw, and I also saw protests for some reason encouraging Saba from Denmark to withdraw as well. That felt a bit odd. I thought Ollie maybe is being targeted because it's London. But yeah, it just feels like certain artists are being targeted with this. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what the artist can do at this point, really. But yeah, I think even though he was performing so late, and even though he didn't seem like he had kind of the energy, I was so impressed with his vocals, because there were some performers who only sang their one song, and by the end of the song, they're kind of running out of breath. Ollie did 4 songs, and all of them were executed flawlessly. So even though maybe kind of he's not kind of feeling his best, but like he's delivering the quality kind of for much longer than some of the other performers that night.
Yeah, nothing against the vocals. It's just the energy. I would like to see a bit more movement with the song like Dizzy, and he was very, very stationary.
But I when I was listening to the songs, I felt like he was also, yes, stationary, but also unpretentious and kind of charming in his appearance. He wasn't faking anything. Also, similar to Bambie Thug, but maybe the complete opposite, where she was explosive and authentic. Ollie was just himself, zeroing in on some audience member, singing his song, and you could feel him feeling it a little bit. But yes, he did feel a bit subdued and maybe, I don't know, restricted.
Well, I hope Ollie is feeling well and his energy picks up at some point. What did you think maybe the audience react the best for which songs? on the
Kinda.
pre-party.
The audience reacted
At
best
least
to
one
Kaino.
one audience member for sure reacted.
No, I mean it was everyone. I think they just kind of lit up the stage. It was kind of a bit of a drag at the beginning when we went through all of the this year's performers, and I think there was only one kind of there's only one band that the audience really kind of appreciated being there. I think everyone was just waiting for the kind of Eurovision 2024 performance, but when everyone saw Kaino, it was like, yeah, it's a party. And I was thinking about the comment that they said after they lost, the day after they lost Norwegian Grand Prix, that, oh, it's not gonna be, we're not gonna do Eurovision anymore. And they must be changing their minds, right? Like they're coming, like they're not even winners, but everyone's supporting them probably more than some of the winners, right?
Oh, absolutely. The audience went wild for them, and you could see in their faces they were so happy, smiling, and just euphoric.
True. After the song, they were laughing, and with what seemed like genuine joy.
Yeah. Other than that, Croatia, would you agree?
Yeah, I think Croatia, the audience really, really obviously enjoyed and sang together.
Exactly. There is a good sing-along moment in his chorus, right? When he can just point the mic to the audience to say, ah.
True. And the visuals too. I don't know if on the TV it will be as impactful, but seeing those horses running forward and the neon cats.
And then the dancing cats.
Yeah, going like this.
Exactly. And like, it's such a great year because social media has always been all about cats, but I feel like the past year or so, like cat memes are
it's like
particularly
Egypt,
hot.
they were really important in those days, and now they're back.
It's exactly like ancient Egypt.
Yeah, but I think kind of I wasn't surprised that everyone kind of enjoyed Croatia's performance. I think that's clearly a fan favorite. I think another fan favorite was
Sorry, before you mention the other one, would you agree that his vocals are improving?
They're better, but I think when he was invited back on stage to do like the a cappella part,
song,
then he just broke completely. So that's what I meant when I said, some artists can just make till the end of their song at this point in time. I'm sure he will improve further. Whilst others, do like 3-4 songs and they're fine. But it's just such a considerable improvement from the national final, and he has like another month to improve. So I'm sure he'll be
the guy
great.
literally, is how to learn to sing in 4 months. He should write a book about it. And just like Mustii, a great performer, great energy, which also helps. Sorry, please tell me what's your...
Another fan favorite that I felt everybody enjoyed was Finland. I think everyone was kind of singing, dancing. I couldn't see much of the stage. I couldn't see the shorts and so on. But what I saw in the audience, some people were wearing like their merch, or like they created their own version of Windows merch. So I think, lots of support for them.
Did the presenter wear the mini shorts on his fingers?
Yeah, that was funny.
Mini denim shorts.
I think I was surprised, but audience seemed to resonate with Denmark with the Sand song. And we kept on singing together, and I was very surprised because she doesn't appear in any of my top list or anywhere. And
Yeah, maybe that was just the Danish people on our left.
oh, maybe.
And of course, Lithuania.
I think we were the people who were singing the lasagna song.
Yeah, but everybody was. I was surprised that at the end of the Sylvester song, the whole audience seemed to be singing in Lithuanian. Almost.
Yeah, I think the chorus kind of look telk is you
Not
learn one
just
word.
not
and
those not just look telk. I
Okay.
think they were.
Dar viena minutė.
Yeah,
I think people.
that part.
It's
yeah.
not too hard, maybe
Yeah.
to start repeating.
Yeah.
Yeah, good reaction. And I think that energy that he brought on stage was well needed at that time.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
They kept him until so late.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a good sign?
Yeah,
Must be.
Next to
It's
headliners, next to Conchita Wurst,
yeah.
Angelina Mango
Angelina
Yeah.
Mango.
and then Ollie.
Ollie.
Yeah. Well done, Sylvester.
Slay.
Angelina Mango received good reactions as well, but I think people were just getting a bit too tired.
And with her, you kind of expected that. She just delivered
Yeah.
exactly what I expected. She will deliver on the stage, sang
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Great
nice
visuals as well.
Oh, yeah.
So
Really nice
colorful.
visuals. Yeah. So I think it was just, that's why I sort of not commenting, because she delivered exactly what I was hoping
Mhm.
she will, and she did. What do you
Anything
guys
else?
think of a couple of other songs that we sort of artists that
Oh,
we didn't mention? Oh, you
The
have some.
twins were unexpectedly fun for me to see.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. I thought that their performance in the national selection was a bit cringe, the way they were dancing, but now on stage, I don't know. They seemed fun to see, and they had this choreography planned, which seemed so smooth, and they were both dancing along like 2 drops of water.
So alike.
Yeah, they were quite.
I
but
like
they were
their
fun.
song. I mean, I think the beat is really, really good. The beat is good. The beat is catchy. The visuals are awesome, and the visuals were awesome again on this stage too. I was surprised how childish their voices sounded on the first song. I thought like this is. I somehow remember the voices differently. It appears.
Yeah, I can't believe they're 22. I think they're lying on their IDs. Like they look 15, they sound 15. I don't think they've gone
But
through.
splendid performance though.
Yeah.
Such.
What I did appreciate, aside from performances, I think they just have a great personality. Because kind of this, when they performed and they were interviewed by the hosts, they were immediately like, "Oh, guys, it's so hot here. We just performed 2 songs and you're standing here like for hours." And I feel like at that time, that's the acknowledgement that I needed because I was suffering, and they
Yeah,
just
true.
kind of immediately picked up on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
They were watching you.
Yes.
They seem like
Yeah,
really
nice,
like
yeah.
it. Their song is still not my cup of tea. It's just too.
Forgettable?
It's not forgettable. Maybe it's too
Tacky?
It's just yeah.
Too Swedish, right?
Too
Yes.
Swedish,
Swedish,
just too overproduced. But yesterday, for weeks on end, I've been thinking this beat that we heard at the start of the song and then throughout the song as well. It really reminded me some other song or some other band. And yesterday, one of our friends finally made a comparison that they sound like Swedish House Mafia. And I was like, yes, this is it. Swedish House Mafia has a very similar, some very, very similar sounds in one of their songs from 2012, 13.
Probably the year they were born.
Probably the year they were born.
Yeah, I didn't like the song, but I did like their personality. And I just was thinking to myself a moment ago, how much do you think when we see artists perform songs, how much is the personality important versus the actual song? How much are we drawn to the person?
Very important. I'll give you an example, Malta. If that song was performed by a lady who is like a diva, Instagram influencer type, super fake looking, like I would just totally hate that song. But because she looks so sweet and so approachable and so warm, I naturally like the song much, much more.
Yeah, but I think it's important to remember that we kind of follow this contest for much longer, so we kind of get to kind of follow and know these people.
Yeah.
When you're like performing for 3 minutes on a TV screen, a lot of people do not know. Like, I think, so for example, taking someone like Bambie, clearly like such a good character, like so kind of like seems approachable, like seems fun. But I don't know if that personality will show through in the 3-minute
people
performance.
might be just scared by her.
Yeah.
I guess it depends how they will do postcards this year. Some countries, when they do the postcards, they allow the performers and artist personality to shine. Some other countries opt more for just showing their landscapes and castles and nature. So we'll see what Sweden will do.
That might be a way to kind of to show the personalities. Because I think some of the people like Sweden, I was kind of just surprised that I like these people despite maybe not being the biggest fan of their songs.
And we can always remember Monica with Sentimente.
You need to be more specific with Monicas. We have so many Monicas.
The Sentimente one. So she was very big personality in the fandom. So, and I think that played a big part hyping up the song.
True.
Yeah,
including her haircut. So obviously we mentioned a lot of performances, both from the sort of good side and some of the letdowns. I think there were a couple of sort of quite famous songs in general that we haven't mentioned but performed. One of them would be Poland and the Tower song. What do people feel about the performance?
I think she was introduced as this kind of opera singer, like not opera singer, but like
opera
she was
trained.
Yeah, opera trained. Yeah, exactly.
People train me in a lot of things. I wouldn't necessarily say that I do them well still.
Yeah, so she came on. Obviously, expectations for the vocals were high, and then for like a good minute of her song, I couldn't realize that that's her Eurovision song because the vocals just sounded like a completely different song. Like she was like much lower voice, and it's only when it got to the kind of the chorus that I was like, oh, she's singing her Eurovision song, not some other random song that kind of people still performed. I think she didn't sound great, and it didn't help that she was kind of introduced as this great singer. So, unlike, for example, Czechia, where I kind of know that the vocals are a bit iffy, Poland was a bit of a surprise for me that, she just didn't sound too good.
Just a quick interlude. Czechia's, not only the vocals, what do they do with the sound? They change the sound into making it sound like you just came out of a pool and your ears are blocked. And that's the sound. That's how it, you hear the music. Why would you do that on purpose? It sounds ridiculously bad. Why? Who is the audio engineer there? Because we have an upcoming episode coming up with audio people, and maybe some lessons could be learned.
I missed that part. Was it towards the end, the beginning of the song? I'll need to rewatch the live performance.
Even if you watch Miss Eurovision video recap, shout out, you can see that how the sound switches from normal music sound into this muffled type of sound, which I don't. It must be a choice because I don't understand why else. I really don't like it.
I can't see that helping her vocals in any shape or
I don't
form.
think
So I don't know why they would do that.
It's not helping anything. I'll show you, Katrina. Honestly, I just don't understand. But anyway, coming back to Poland.
Yeah.
Didn't like that performance either.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't resonate with that song at all. I like that she looks like Luna Lovegood because of my love for Harry Potter. But outside of that, I just don't see my song. Anyway.
It's been a while since I read those books.
You should get on it.
Yeah, I should do it.
How many times have you read Harry Potter?
I haven't read that many times.
Like 6?
Oh, more.
Yeah, not that many. Yeah, it's an amazing story.
Anyway, moving on. So, cool. The only one other than Poland I wanted to also pick up is Veronica, the Slovenia song. A big fan favorite or previous fan favorite. I'm not sure. I think the hype is not as strong at the moment. What did you all think?
Yeah, sorry. Talking about the hype, I must say the odds are not in her favor anymore to qualify.
Veronica?
So, yeah, semi-final 1 qualifying odds. She's currently 11th, below Portugal.
I liked her. I liked her performance.
I liked her as well.
I thought she was charismatic.
I'm very surprised bookies
Super
are
solid.
saying she's not going to qualify.
Interesting. I might be, on the bookie side. But I was not too impressed. But I think it's because, again, there wasn't any staging. And I think staging will tell if she qualifies or not. Because without that staging, it's okay, but it's not like that memorable, I think, as a song.
Yeah, so I saw one video. It was either from Madrid or Barcelona pre-party, where she brought a dancer, and the dancer was kind of dancing this kind of expressive modern dance. Even if she brought it to London, I don't think we would have seen the dancer because it was mostly kind of the dance was done on the ground, and I think I'm too short to see anything on stage. But she said like she wants to bring that nudity to the stage, the kind of the
we're
raw
all
performance. So with that dancer, it looked a bit more like the video. Without it, agree. The kind of she's just on the stage, she's singing, but I mean her vocals, I don't know, had no comments. I mean she sounded like the studio recording.
Yeah.
She sounded perfect. I found her moves quite hypnotizing.
Yeah.
The way she was moving her body.
Any final notes from anybody? Any other artists or songs that you would like to pick up and discuss?
I'm really keen to see the next pre-party, obviously as a video, no longer going to any pre-parties, but I think in Amsterdam we will see Joost Klein for the first time.
Yes.
Yeah, he confirmed. I was very excited
Shout
about
out to our Netherlands fans.
Yes, the 2 fans, thanks.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be an exciting reveal. I don't think I've seen any kind of full clips of his song yet. I've only seen kind of very short videos, so that will be exciting.
Yeah. On that, maybe that's a good transition to social media echoes. Because I saw how Joost announced the fact that he'll be participating in the Amsterdam party. He basically uploaded a story on his Insta, I assume, which is basically a screenshot that looks like he is texting bookmakers. So it's like a chat window, right? And he's just saying, "Hi, just want to inform you that I will be at the Amsterdam and Stockholm pre-party. Hope you have an amazing day. Good luck with all the bookmaking. Kiss."
Good.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay, so another update from one of the previous contestants who hasn't been part of Eurovision Song Contest for over a decade probably. It's Slovakia, who last participated, if I'm not mistaken, 2012? They participated for 4 years in a row from 2008 to 2012. They couldn't qualify a single time to the final, so they decided we had enough of this. And ever since then, every single year, they make an announcement about their participation next year, and they just did it about it next year, and they confirmed they're not gonna participate in Eurovision Song Contest 2025 because due to the reduced funding from the state budget, and they also noted that despite this, the Eurovision fan club in Slovakia remains active and committed to building a Eurovision community and promoting its values in Slovakia. So if you are in Slovakia, you at least have us and the Eurovision community.
I find the timing hilarious. Why would they announce it like this is when Eurovision is at its peak, right? Like, and they announce it like a month before the actual Eurovision.
We know that we're not participating at this point.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many like interesting things happening, and it's like they're like trying to steal the spotlight.
Breaking news.
Yeah, we're not participating again.
Yeah.
And they also say that the state budget on which their participation depends was finalized at the end of 2023. So why not announce in January?
Yeah.
Why wait for like until now?
Or announce it like after Eurovision, then like, oh, we're not participating next year, which is fine. Like, you know, you can.
Slovakia, attention seekers. People speculate that this also might be partly related to their ongoing domestic politics and this, you know, the certain right-wing dominance. Right-wing parties are becoming more and more prominent in Slovakia, and there is generally a little bit of anti-European sentiment growing.
Okay.
So that might be part of the reason why funds are being allocated to certain initiatives, but not Eurovision. Moving on and continuing with another piece of news from the world of politics. Someone in Turkey. So last week there were regional elections in Turkey. Very, very important elections in Turkey. And someone voted for Angelina Mango in those elections. So basically on the ballot, they added her picture.
Oh, wow.
They added her picture and ticked under her picture and under her name, basically saying, I vote for Angelina Mango to rule our region.
I would like Angelina to rule our borough. I feel like she would do a better job.
She would do a better job. Turkey, out of all places, though.
Does she have
Very
any relation
interesting.
to Turkey, or just
I'm
a
not
super
sure.
fan?
I'm not sure she does. Yeah, maybe just a super fan in Turkey.
Well,
So that's enough, I guess, of Eurovision and politics. In other news, we had the official ABBA 50 years. Well, it's been 50 years on 6th of April since ABBA won their Eurovision in 1974. So now it's officially been 15 years since their legendary victory. What I didn't know, maybe you guys knew it, but that year Eurovision Song Contest took that year Eurovision Song Contest took place in Brighton, here in the UK.
I knew.
You knew it?
Because my colleague from Brighton, who always discussed this podcast extensively, said, did you know that when ABBA won, it was in Brighton?
Super cool. Maybe part of the reason why ABBA is, since then, so popular in the United Kingdom. And then the final Eurovision related social media echo I would like to share. It has a very fun tag on Reddit. It's called Ask in the Wild. So basically it's related to Eurovision Song Contest being referenced or used in somewhere which is context completely unrelated to Eurovision. So do you know the show in the UK called The Chaser?
Yeah.
it's a trivia show. You have a guy trying to answer, or like a person trying to answer questions
Faster than like a group of people.
or faster
really
than an
smart.
expert or something. Yeah, someone very, very smart. So there is a version of the chase in Croatia. And one of the questions in the chase last week was basically, I'm a big boy now, I'm ready to leave, ciao mama ciao, is a line from which song? And the options were rim dim tagi tim, rim tagi dim tim, rim tim tagi dim.
Whoa.
And I wonder how
hard.
many of actual Eurovision fans would be able to answer this very, very quickly under pressure.
It's C, you know?
Rim tim tagi dim.
Correct.
Yay.
And both the contestant and the chaser and the expert person, they both answered correctly. I guess once again proving that Eurovision is a big deal in Croatia, and everyone knows about Baby Lasagna and his song.
Really good. Any changes in the odds actually following London?
Yeah, good question.
So I guess Katrina mentioned it already, but the odds for semifinals were released. The odds for ending the final in the top 10 were released, and the odds, a weird combination of the odds. For example, there's a odds category for top performance from the Baltics.
Yeah,
Yay!
the
all
Baltics
from
and the Nordics.
Yeah. So lots of news in the odds. So yeah, I think the kind of the semi odds are quite interesting. I think there were when I looked at them, a few. I think most of them we kind of guessed correctly in our previous episode, but some were a bit surprising to me.
I think in semi 1 it's Slovenia not qualifying, and the likes of Portugal, Ireland qualifying. Some people might find it surprising. In semi 2, I think most of these countries would have called. So currently the bookies are saying that Denmark, Latvia, San Marino, Albania, Malta, Czechia will not qualify.
Yeah, for me, I think Malta was the surprise. I thought maybe the kind of the opening slot would mean more to the bookies, but it doesn't seem so.
Okay, with that, we had a really great time at the London Eurovision Pre-Party. Shows were amazing. Obviously, a few glitches and a few things to improve, which we know that artists will do, and it's been a long day for them too. Same as for us.
Weekend for some
long
of them.
weekend, yeah. After the Spanish pre-parties, you have to really have loads of stamina. So, but we've done an amazing job, and really, we had a really, really good time. So, tune in for the next week,
where we have the audio engineers.
Yeah, we prepared something special for you. We are bringing a couple of music industry experts, as we call them. I don't think they call themselves that.
Allegedly.
But they're coming here to discuss the songs. They haven't been following Eurovision closely, but they have really sharp wits and great mind for music. So I'm looking forward to hear their views.
Cool.
Tune in.